Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction or read through for Omniscient Reader or Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint chapters 238 and 239 at least, maybe also 240, I don't know, we'll see when we get there. I mentioned it last read through, but we're going to be caught up kind of soonish. We're going to be caught up by the end of the year, even if I only do 2 a week. So I'm going to do at least 2 a week. And then if they're kind of shorter, or if I'm like really not satisfied with 2, then I'll do more. But as long as we do 2, I'm kind of cool with that, even if it's a shorter video. That just means I get more time to make sure that this is done on time and to do more stuff. So I really don't mind just kind of chilling and being okay with leaving it there. But last week was an absolute ton of fun. The chapters were very good, and I just personally had a lot of fun with them, on top of them being really good. Everybody was awesome in the comments as always. Thank you for all of your comments. And I love that people loved what they've done with Han's story as much as I do. Han Myun Go. I feel like I pronounced it wrong or pronounced it differently so many times. Han Myun Go, though, I really love what they've decided to do with the story. It's really, really good, and I like that other people love it too. So either way, I don't think there was anything else that I was supposed to say or that I thought I should say before I started reading, so let's just not have a super long intro. Let's just start reading. So we start here. We have the clocks. The clocks here look, there's still, I wonder what the story is behind the really weird one, because there's still the normal one. I don't know if you can see my cursor or not. I think you can. There's still the normal one here. I'm pretty sure, yeah, this one looks normal too. Most of them look normal. These two don't though. Like, why are these two so weird? It's like, not Roman numerals. Is it a different kind of numeric system that I'm just not familiar with, and that's why? I fixed it temporarily, but you'll have to be careful when you go out. Understand? You're still outside the main scenario. Okay, we get to see Eileen, that's good. We really didn't see her much last time. Did you know? The past few days, more people have been coming in to get watches. Did all their watches break at once or something? No, people in the industrial complex didn't use watches before. Why not? It made no difference whether they knew the time or not. But don't they at least need to know when night falls? Well, even if they knew when night would fall, they could never avoid death. But now, there are nights where no one has to die, thanks to you. In other words, people are now able to fear night again. And we have this great establishing shot here. Now, they don't have to simply accept night as a natural occurrence. It might be a solvable problem. Perhaps they can even live hoping for a tomorrow. That's what people are starting to think. Thanks. I wasn't saying that to make you feel better. It's just that it's bad for morale if the revolutionary's all down and gloomy. Oh, wait a minute. Now that you brought up watches, do you know how to make other things too? Like a small communication device. About this big, and he thinks about his phone. Okay, then unidentified wall part 4. And he has to describe it like that. So it's weird. Is it like she's from a world without phones or a time period without phones? Because time and planets and all of that is kind of weird in Omniscient Reader. We're kind of, we didn't go from the Soul Dome to the Worldwide Dome. We went from the Soul Dome, where we were also doing like realm and planetary jumping, to just fully being realm and planetary jumping. But unidentified wall part 4. And then Yu Jung-hyuk grew lonely at the sight of the watches. Those people had found time again, but he still lived outside of this time. Jung-hyuk suddenly wondered where he was living within that endless amount of time. Maybe I should ask Eileen to make me a watch when this is all over. That guy might care about this world more if he had something like that. So I'm assuming that's something that Dokcha remembers reading from TWSA. This guy's hilarious. Is this still grooming victim Hyung? What are you doing? Oh, I'm doing what you asked me to. Have you found a fighter? Well, none of the fighters responded. They didn't. Nobody replied. What message did you send? Tell me now. I'm a freshman girl looking for a friend. This panel is so good. Hey, do you think they're all like that black flame dragon? Just how many messages did you send? About 300 altogether. They might have blocked him thinking it was just spam. Dang it. This isn't good. That list was all the fighters I know. Try writing to the prisoner of the Golden Headband. Aren't they a super powerful constellation? Is this the, God, what's that anime? Shangri-La Frontier? Is that the Shangri-La Frontier main character? He's hanging out here? They didn't reply. Maybe we should write something to provoke them. What's that constellation interested in? Do they have a special characteristic? Well, he's a male constellation, and he's a bit older. Ah, so he's an old geezer. Sent. You have a message. We got a reply. They rage baited him. What exactly did you write to him? Grow my hair, grow. Seriously? And he replied to that? He says he'll kill me if he ever meets me. He's asking who I am. Should I say I'm Yu Jung-hyuk? Don't respond. I can't exactly summon the demonic Judge of Fire to the demon realm. Maybe Secretive Plotter would be okay, but I don't really know his identity yet. This is hopeless. Flame Dragon says he can help. You're still talking to him? Never mind about him. He probably won't be any help. No, he said he was a fighter in the demon realm for a while. And then the Abyssal Black Flame Dragon was a fighter. TWSA never mentioned that detail. But he says he just killed everyone because he didn't like the scenario rules. What? He says he just killed everybody. The Duke, the Revolutionary, and the Executioners. Wait, was that back when the 64th Demon Realm was unified? I definitely recall there being a wild card like that in the Demon Realm history. And that was the Abyssal Black Flame Dragon? Ask him if he can pass on his fighter skills to you. He says it wouldn't be a problem because he's not using them anyway, but he has one condition. Any transaction through the wall takes a toll anyway. What does he want? He says he's had trouble recently. What trouble? He's not getting along with his incarnation, and they keep ignoring him. The Abyssal Black Flame Dragon's incarnation. Plus, the incarnation's got a crisis but won't listen to him. A crisis? Tell him to give you all the details. Of course, that being Soo-young. And we see Soo-young having slaughtered some people. That was close. These guys really adapted fast. You darn. And kick to the face. Darn you, Dokja. And you too, Jung-hyuk. Chat. Dokja's one thing, but why's Jung-hyuk acting that way? I don't know what got into him that he shut himself in his room all day. He chattered away to himself, then suddenly tossed the Korean Peninsula scenario aside to go off on some personal scenario. Now I have to deal with the cleanup in the entire peninsula. And we see Sangah waiting. Geez, you startled me. What are you doing here? I thought you were busy playing celebrity recently. How long do you plan on acting like this? What do you mean? I hate using cringe-ass Zoomer lingo. But Sangah really was just aura farming. She really was just stanced up like this, waiting for Young to pay attention, so she could get her words in. Like, when you think about this, she was just standing there looking cool, waiting for Soo-young. How long do you plan on acting like this? What do you mean? Just because Law and Order have dissolved, it doesn't mean you can go around killing everyone. These guys were the club Law of the Jungle. They would have done nothing but harm to Korea in the future anyway. They were going to commit crimes in the future. But you didn't even give them a chance. It's already been decided. You don't know anything. 3 ways to survive the apocalypse. That book is what the prophets called the Revelation, right? It looks like you picked up an interesting story somewhere. Did you read it too? What's it to you? It seems like the constellations don't know anything of that book either. Did Dokja read it? It's weird. I get how Sangah could have heard of it, but even if she was able to get Dokja's phone, I don't think she would have been able to read it, right? Because only Dokja could see what was on his phone. Maybe that's why he knew things about the future. Beats me. For now, info about TWSA is being filtered out, but There's no way to know how long that'll last. That's why we have to limit the people who know about it. Why did he do that? Was she about to just kill Sangah? Like, oh well, happens. If he knew about the future, why did Dokja make that decision? You, Sangah. She was just a normal office worker until the scenario started, and she worked at the same company as Dokja. They're always talking about Dokja everywhere, but none of them actually know a thing about him. He's a self-centered bastard. From start to end, he only thinks about himself. He makes a fool of people, lies, and is a hypocrite who leaves in the end. So to hell with him. And we see what his leaving, like the consequences that it's had on Soo-young and what she's dealing with and how it's affected her, how it's hurt her. Also, it's like showing us how much, when you think about it, because of that connection over TWSA, she really was the only one who kind of knew the real Dokja without so many of the filters that he was putting over himself. So it just goes to show like how much she knew about him that the others didn't. I don't care whether he's dead or alive. Then again, there's no way he's dead. He's definitely out there, collecting stories, living the good life. Do you really think so? You don't know Dokja like I do. No, I know him. What? People don't change that easily. When everyone was crazy about improving their career, he just loved to read novels. Even if his presentation was no good, he'd listen more closely than anyone to the other presentations. That's why I know he's lonely now. Han Soo-young, we need to go save Dokja. Okay, really good scene at the end. Killer chapter once again. Feels like a ton happened. I love the early stuff with, we saw a little bit of Eileen, but with Dokja and Ha-young, that was a really good scene there. And then the stuff here with Sangah and Soo-young is very good. Okay, so killer chapter, very, very good stuff. And I'm going to go read 239. 239 starts with kind of recap what we just saw. Dokja's such a lucky bastard. He's got someone who'd worry this much about him. A new main scenario has begun, and they get a pop-up box. We see rumbling in the sky, the crackling of the probability lightning. They rush out. Drat. I rarely use wave patterns because they're so predictable, but it seemed you've been too bored lately. Maybe seems you've been too bored lately, so I put one in just for you. Hold on. Another peak Dokkaebi design. I love the Dokkaebi designs so much. Oh, that's so cute. That's so good. And we have some dragons coming out. It's raining dragons now. Is this also a scenario in the book? Sangah asks. I don't know. It's not like I remember everything either. Darn. How do we catch that thing again? So she's kind of just worked out and assumes that Soo-young knows about the book then. Because Soo-young is now openly saying, yeah, like basically confirming that she's read. Darn, how do we catch that thing again? Stigma. Black Flames level 6 activated. Again, somebody on the art team really loves the mouthless panels. She leaps high into the air and goes after one of them with a knife. Level 3 Mysterious Dragon Kragagon blocks your attack with flame resistance. Level 3 Mysterious Dragon Kragagon blocks your attack with shadow resistance. And it's able to very flexibly turn its head around and try to attack. This darn lizard. Well, that was no use. Constellation Abyssal Black Flame Dragon is depressed. If I could just inherit Abyssal Black Flame Dragon story now. That's no excuse for talking to high school girls Abyssal Black Flame Dragon. Drat, how would I even get my hands on that? He's using the old I was depressed excuse. If at least that annoying Dokja were here, he'd be able to tell me what I need to do. Constellation Abyssal Black Flame Dragon says he can tell you its weakness if you want. You know their weaknesses. I mean, dragon kinship. Don't lie to me. You hardly know anything about scenarios. Everything you told me last time was wrong. Constellation Abyssal Black Flame Dragon gets raging mad. Constellation Abyssal Black Flame Dragon says Krakagon's weakness is the silver scale at the top of its head. Really? And we see it's Dokja communicating through Abyssal Black Flame Dragon. Chapter 39, Unidentified Wall, Part 5. And then we go in for the attack there. It shrieks in pain. Wow, it was true. You were actually pretty helpful. Constellation Abyssal Black Flame Dragon strikes a triumphant pose. Constellation Abyssal Black Flame Dragon asserts that the information was from a trustworthy source. What? A trustworthy source? Or what trustworthy source? Come on, Black Dragon. Constellation Abyssal Black Flame Dragon startles and stares at his incarnation. Tell it to me straight. Who did you hear that from? A freshman girl. The third night has fallen. So we're getting to the point where the executioners aren't going to be restricted as much, right? Revolutionary. And then we see a furry getting cut down in the streets. Gah. Hayoung. Okay, so we have fighter abilities now, I'm assuming? Do you think I can do this? There's no one who can do it better than you. I only learned these skills 2 hours ago. 2 hours is plenty. Who's the most perfect incarnation? The short-tempered commentators of the Starstream debated that issue once. Yu Jung-hyuk is the strongest in one-on-one fights. Anna Croft is unmatched in information warfare. What about Lee Hyun-sung? He's the best tanker. And Ranveer Khan is the best in large-scale battles. Okay, so another mention of Ranveer Khan. Jung Hayoung's name never came up once, but his defenses are better than Jung-hyuk. He's more skilled in one-on-one fights than Anna Croft. He's stronger in large-scale battles than Lee Hyun-sung, and he's more proficient in intelligence warfare than Ranveer Khan. The most perfect incarnation has to be one who's good at everything. He doesn't excel in any one thing, but he has the most skills of anyone in TWSA. That leaves us with only one answer. When picking up the same skill, he does it faster and to a higher degree of proficiency than anyone else. The most perfect incarnation is Jung Hayoung. Master of the Unidentified Wall, King of the Transcendentals, Jung Hayoung. The second half of TWSA starts with him. Character Jung Hayoung activates Fighter Transformation, level 9. And we have the energy coming in. The otter is shocked. Character Jung Hayoung has reawoken as a fighter. The Guardian has the skill of protection, and the fighter's main skill is Fighter Transformation. It dissolves one's fear and dread and transforms that into strength. The longer someone has been part of the exploited class, the stronger this skill is for them. In that aspect, Hayoung is perfectly suited for the role of fighter, even without his unidentified wall. The issue is... Then we have an attack coming in. He seems way too excited. Don't cause a mess, you fool, and we have a massive eruption. Kim Dokja thought to himself, it's not that Hayoung is talentless. In fact, he's got lots of talents. So it's not that I'm worried about his skill. I'm worried about that skill getting out of control. Jung Hayoung is the only all-rounder incarnation in TWSA. The Unidentified Wall bestows skills on Hayoung through the Wall's deal that were sure to grow at a terrifying rate. Though, of course, it's impossible to reach the profound state of transcendence. I really like this panel. These are not the usual, this isn't the usual color scheme and style we get from ORV. I like it. It's a bit different. In just a few hours, his skill surpasses that of others who spent years practicing it. He's grabbed by one of the executioners. That kind of talent definitely puts its wielder in danger. And it uses halitosis on him. The mark cannot be placed on this position. Are you... and starts getting choked. Gah! Gets fully chokeslammed. The fighter has killed an executioner, and that was a lethal blow. Executioners remaining 6. Then we have a recap of the scenario, and we end there. How long was that, recording-wise? It was 8 minutes. Honestly, I would be satisfied ending here, but because this was short enough, like this has probably been only like 20 minutes of recording. Also, I am getting a bit hungry. I haven't eaten yet today, so there is that, so I kind of want to go eat. But I will do one more, just because it's probably not going to be that long, you know what I mean? It's probably only going to be like 8 to 12 minutes like these last two were, so I'm going to do one more. I feel like this video might be a bit short, and it'd be one thing if I was running late. If I was running late, I'd be like, you know what? A 20-minute video, fair enough, but I'm actually recording this on Sunday, so I'm recording 2 days early. Since I'm doing that, it's like, you know, I can afford to keep going. 240 starts where we left off with the killing of this executioner. Executioners remaining 6. And we start straight off with the title splash, Unidentified Wall Part 6. The executioner died. He killed an executioner. Fighters appeared. The citizens are inspired by the revolution. Hurrah, and as they cheer, I wonder if that'll add to the confidence and the strength even more, potentially. Character Jang Ha-young is absorbed in the fighter state. This panel is great too. Dokja just slaps him out of it. Ow, why'd you hit me so hard? Pull yourself together. You can't be standing around dazed too. His strength right now is limited to the scenario. On top of that, his strength is only effective against executioners. It'd be dangerous for him to get carried away with that kind of strength. There are 2 to the west and 1 to the south. The rest are all to the north. We have Eileen calling them out. Let's move. The fourth wall stares at character Jang Ha-young and smacks its lips. Excuse me? Not him. Don't even think about it. The fourth wall is disappointed. I thought you wanted to be friends with his wall. You can't eat your friends. Said Kim Dokja, who wants to be friends with the fourth wall. I've had it with you. Hurrah, the fighters are here. Let's hold on a bit more. And everyone is rallying behind him as he goes and just decks one of the executioners. The fighters kill an executioner. Just a one-punch murder. Executioners remaining 5. Hurrah, let's kill them all. And the people start taking to the streets. They're leaving. The executioners, you know, rightfully just start running. Good. At this rate, this night will pass by safely. If nothing else, the Duke will have to shorten the night to prevent more executioners from dying. However, Dokja didn't let himself become careless. I've got to stay vigilant until the night is completely over. Dokja thought to himself. After playing the Duke's advisor, Myung-go came over to my side. And 3 executioners died during the day. There's no way the Duke would just let night slip by without some sort of plan. And I like this. We still haven't seen what the Duke and the other nobles could potentially do. Like, they might be potentially really strong, which would be super cool. And now, Dokja gets jumped by 4 executioners. At once. He avoids it. Guardian. Someone is using their life force to protect you. And we have another of the shield's uses goes away. Were they hiding? That moment, Dokja came upon a thought. It looks like they're stalling. The Duke knew the fighter would appear. Ha-young's in danger, so maybe it's just a distraction for Dokja. And he just narrowly avoids getting hit with an attack and gets sent back into the ground. Coughing up blood anime style as Ha-young bounces off of it. And we have Dokja using Way of Wind, presumably, to rush in and grab him. Hey, are you okay? Are you the revolutionary? The executioners of night can't win against the fighter, but this guy, the Duke, came up with a decent idea, huh? We have a burb to plant a surprise attack aside from the executioner. And before I mean, He said this guy. So going ahead and assuming a gender here, why are all of these cool designs guys? It feels like, I mean, Eileen has a cool design. It just feels like so often in ORV, like, not that the female characters' designs aren't good. Like, Sangah's pretty plain, but good. Same thing with Soyoung. Soyoung is good. I mean, just kind of normal. Eileen is like one of the best. I think Eileen might be my favorite female design in ORV. It's so good. Yusung's design's also quite good, but it seems like there are just so many really, really great designs for the guy characters. Like, even the normal human guys, like Hayoung looks great, Mark looks awesome, Dokja and Junghyuk obviously are great, but again, they're just normal guys. They're just like very main character looking. But then all of the like really creative designs, it feels like, go to male characters, or like all of the creative designs are made to be male. I just wish we had more of these cool designs for female characters. To plant a surprise attack aside from the executioners. By the looks of it, you aren't the Duke himself, so are you a Marquis then? I asked you a question first. Are you the man who fancies himself the revolutionary? Yes, I'm the revolutionary. I am Marquis should it be Oston, like the Korean EO pronunciation, or Ostion, because it's a foreign loanword? Demon Marquis Ostion. I'm going to say Ostion, just because it's probably a foreign word. He's one of 2 Marquis who lead this industrial complex with Duke Siswitz. Looks like there's someone else with you. I don't think he's got the power of an executioner. Are you a Marquis too? And we have a bat. It's Marquis Quartetto. Oh no. You're pretty brave to be stirring up trouble during this auspicious time. This is the price you must all pay. Or hey, you know, maybe the demon world, maybe the demon realm, maybe Siswitz is just highly patriarchal. The story, Ruler's Command has been activated. That might also be it. Because again, we're just seeing more guys. You shall lose all that's precious to you. Say goodbye to your peaceful nights. It's time to pay for disturbing the order of this industrial complex. That is the result of revolution. Okay, we're getting cliffhung, aren't we? Yep, we're getting cliffhung. Cool way to end, though. I like that we introduced some cool enemies to be threats here, and we get to see how this goes. We still haven't even seen the Duke, so the Duke still gets to potentially look really, really cool. So yeah, absolutely loving this. This arc has just been giving and giving. It's been so amazing. And now we're getting hints at Dokja's allies coming in, like Junghyuk last time and Sangah and Soyoung this time. Just absolutely crushing it time after time this arc. So yeah, amazing set of chapters. I do feel more comfortable ending it here. Again, still less than 30 minutes for this video probably, but the videos are going to end up being shorter as we get caught up, really. I mean, if I was totally caught up and last chapter was all we had to talk about, that would have been what, like a probably full 10-minute or so video, and that's like all you get for the entire week. So that's why I'm trying not to just make them too long and then be caught up, and then it's like, well, you're getting an 8-minute video this week sometimes. But either way, I had a ton of fun. But then again, of course, whenever I get more free time, I hope to do more reviews and stuff like that. Either way, though, thank you so much for watching. Like if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of these chapters, my thoughts and reaction to them. Subscribe for more Omniscient Reader, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, it's free and open for anyone. If you would like to help support the channel by dropping a super thanks or by sharing around, it's very, very much appreciated. If you would like to help support the channel to help me to keep making videos, but also get your name at the end of videos and get One Piece videos a bit early, you can hit join down below to become a member, or go to patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description to become a patron. Thank you so much to people who are already patrons and members. Thank you to chosen regulars Evan Hawley and Bertie Wooster. Sorry, hiccup. Magical Girls, Farnono, Jan, the D-Man, Jeritan Student, David Langstaff, Slayer Candidates, SG and Stan Cedar, and Pure Elements, Pate Ardial, and Elsa the Storyteller. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.